Good morning, everybody. This is Ava with My Brainy Mess. How is everybody? I'm good. Look at my mess. I have been working on these journals. I still have 2.5 to go. But I wanted to show you what I've done. I went ahead and finished up 2, but I still want to add some stuff to it because I thought of something while I was watching somebody else's YouTube that I want to include in here. But I have, let's see, well, let's go ahead and undo, show you what I've done. If it'll let me. If it'll let me. I just basically put a pocket. My journals are very simple, nothing fancy or just any line worded stuff. I put gesso over so we can use as a page to write on or put pictures. I have some stickers that just kind of fancied up my papers and kind of put those in together, and some ribbon, and nothing's fancy, just, this is an offcut of what I was working on with my papers, and just a little cute journal, but it's mostly for writing in and putting pictures in and stuff, and see, I some writing in here for anybody who wants to write in their journals for Christmas. But that's all I'm doing at this point, is just trying to put these together. I see another little, just a postcard. Let's see. Nothing fancy. Anyway, I just thought I'd bring you on the ride for the rest of these journals because I'd like to try to finish them today because I don't want to have to mess with them anymore after today. And I have a lot on my mind, so I thought, well, we'll just chat and while I'm working on these little journals and go from there. There we go. And then I got this one, and basically it's the same thing. So I'm working on this one at this point. And what I did is I had a bunch of ephemera cards and stuff that I'm just going to place and make in the journal. And I've divided them all out into all the journals. So that's what I'm doing at this point. Yesterday I kind of covered this with gesso and kind of had to let it sit here and dry before I could finish it up. So anyway, I'll show y'all what I've done on it. Made this little tag, and I was gonna glue these down in the pocket, but I decided, no, I'll just leave it like it is and go from there. And of course I gessoed there, and I did make a pocket here, so I've got to fill those pockets. Trying to unstick some of these pages. Let's see. Got a little pocket here. I meant to do it the other way. Oh well, I did glue that one down as a pocket. Don't know why. I'm just kind of doing these as my inspirations hits. And this looks like a complete recipe for a cake, so I'm going to leave that recipe there. And it looks like there's a recipe for this cake. Maybe I need to gesso over this because the rest of that recipe is not here. So I might do that. And just got a lot of gluing the pages together. I need to glue this down too. So anyway, that's kind of what I'm doing. Where do we want to start? My last video, we just kind of worked on these journals to get them started, you know, and then I, over the few days, I have kind of finished them up and put them together and put my pages in. And I've already, like I said, showed you 2 of them I've already completed and finished. And believe me, I have a mess. There is a mess here. And sure, I could probably clean it up, put it on the floor, but then I forget I have them. That's my problem. If I don't have it in front of me, I forget I have them, and it doesn't get used. So that's why the mess. I need to put some gesso on this. So that's what I want to do. As I'm sitting here this morning, my routine usually is every morning I drink my coffee and I listen to, I found and it's probably all bogus, but I've noticed it's changed my brain to be a little more positive. I mean, I still get negative. I'm kind of a negative person and trying hard to fix that, I guess you might say. What was I? See? Anyway, the first thing I do is I listen to this brain song, and it's supposed to help vibrate your brain to wake it up, basically. And I find that it's helping. It may just, I know it's helping because I'm not falling asleep during the day, and I'm staying pretty active mentally than I used to. So I know it's working to some degree. You know, I wish it would work better, but even better, but that's okay. It's working to where I feel comfortable of the reactions I'm getting. Anyway, I was listening. Oh, I love this girl so much. I swear, I got to meet her at Big Mama's retreat a couple years ago. And I have followed, I just fell in love with this woman since day one. I just think she is a phenomenal person. Very creative and just my type of person. I just love her. She's very honest. She's very unique. And her art is very unique. And even though she doesn't think it is, I'm sorry, but it is. And that is Birdie, the hippie chick. I just love her. I love her. Listening to her. I love how she loves animals. I love how she loves nature. And this morning it was talking about, she was talking about another YouTuber, and I have to go back and find out what that YouTuber was, and how that YouTuber inspired her. Well, being that YouTuber inspired Birdie, turned around and inspired me. You know, so it's gone 3 ways. So thank you. If y'all have to go and see Birdie's video from yesterday. I think it was yesterday's video because I saw it this morning. And it was just so inspiring. And basically, it's just learning to be the authentic you. Authentic in you as a person, authentic you as in your creation, and just authentic with God. And it's just, I just loved her message this morning about what she was talking about. And she was saying how, you know, we're always trying to be something we're not. And in order to keep up with the Joneses kind of thing. And that is so true. I've been guilty of that all my life. Being in the corporate world, I always had to be perfect and had to have your hair and makeup a certain way. And back then, you had to wear hose and high-heeled shoes, and you had to wear jackets or dress for professionalism. You weren't allowed to wear pants at all. And I was just, you know, and my, you know, growing up, I was always had to be one to be perfect. You know, that was it. And when I wasn't perfect, or I didn't feel like I met in that perfect world, it made me sad. It would make me unhappy because I could never be perfect. Well, I have since learned not to be perfect anymore, but I'm still not my authentic self. I have a tendency to hide who I truly am, and I'm learning not to be that way. And you know, there are things that I don't want people to know about me because they're just not good things. But I Birdie had a comment the other comment in her video about her clothes, you know, having to dress up a certain way for her husband's venue, some evening venue that they were supposed to attend, and she was saying, you know, that she's not a frou-frou type person, and really I am not either. I used to be, but I think it was because I had to be. It was something that was supposed to be. My daddy wanted me that way. My career wanted me that way, and it was just something that I was supposed to do. And I kind of felt what Birdie was talking about. And because I had this situation come up this weekend, I don't have a lot of clothes. I don't have a lot of money to buy clothes. I'd rather buy art stuff than buy clothes. I mean, that's just me. So half the time I live in my pajamas, which I'm in my, I guess part of it's pajamas. My pants are pajamas, but my top is just a t-shirt. And I have leggings that I've had for years that I bought through LuLaRoe that I've cut up into biker shorts, and I wear t-shirts, and that's what I wear. And then when I go off somewhere, I put on a pair of nice jeans and a nice shirt, and there I go. That's me, you know. I have a couple of dresses that I have I have 3 long skirts that 2 of them are too big. I can't even wear them anymore because I've lost about 40 pounds since I bought all these clothes. So things are falling off of me, and I need to go buy new clothes, but I want to lose another 10 pounds before I go and invest in a whole new set of wardrobe, and which I'm struggling with. I can't seem to get it off, but I did drop 2 pounds this morning. So if I eat right, I can drop the pounds, but if I don't eat right, it just stays. Anyhow, being that said, I'm in a group that is having a get-together next weekend, and we always try to come up with a theme. Well, this theme was supposed to be festive and dress nice, and I was like no jeans and all that stuff, and I'm like, what is considered dressing nice, you know? And I was like, do they want us to dress up in formal wear? I don't know. I don't have nice clothes anymore. I have comfortable clothes, and I don't want to go out and buy clothes. I just don't want to. Not yet, anyway. Anyway, last night I looked through my closet and I found a little short dress, about knee length, a little below the knee, because I try not to wear anything above the knee because I've got such fat legs. And as I'm getting older, I don't even have pretty calves anymore, and so I don't really like to show my calves anymore, because they're just not pretty. I'm almost 70 years old, and I have 70-year-old legs. So I went and tried this dress on because I had forgot I had it. It's all sparkly, and it's a casual sparkly dress. You know, it's a dressy. It's not formal, but it's not casual either. Does that make sense? But it's festive. There you go. There it is. A very festive dress. I've never worn it. Bought it years ago. Never worn the thing. And thinking that, because my husband and I used to cruise a lot, and I was going to use it on a cruise, which we went on a cruise and I forgot all about the dress and it never got worn then. But anyway, I tried it on last night and it is way too big on my shoulders and in my upper body, because I have lost, like I said, a lot of weight, and it starts at the waist up first before it goes to the waist down. I mean, it's gone in the waist down because my jeans are real loose, but I can't get that to fit. I just need new clothes bad, and I don't want to buy clothes. So, and this dress is really a short, kind of, knee-length dress, so that means that my calves are going to show, and I'm not really excited about that either. So, but I felt Birdie's scenario, because I'm feeling it right now, Birdie. If you're watching this, I'm feeling it right now. And so I'm going to I figured I'll wear that dress, and I have a pair of shoes I can wear with it, but I've got to go now, go get a pedicure, which is another thing I hate to spend money on, even though it needs to be done. Anyway, and I just thought, why do I have to do this? Do I really have to do this? Can't they accept me for just who I am and let me wear a festive t-shirt and, and wear my jeans? I mean, and I probably could, and they probably won't care, but I would feel out of place. You know how that goes? So anyway, but I just could relate to Birdie this morning so much of what she was talking about, authenticity and being your authentic creative self. That's what I'm trying to learn here lately. That's why I don't make journals anymore, because it's just, I like them and I enjoy doing them when I feel like doing them, not feel like I have to do them. Let's put it that way. And I was getting to that point where I felt like I was having to do them, and I just got tired of doing them, just to be honest. Wasn't selling them. But then again, I'm doing art right now, and of course my art's not selling either, but at least I can take a book and just make art. I don't have to sell my art if I don't want to. I can just enjoy creating in a book. And I may get back into, I don't know. I want to learn art. That is my goal next year, is to learn every medium except oil. I'm not going to, and I might get into oil. I've started looking at oil paints and stuff and thinking, oh, I really don't want to do this. But I might down the road do some oil painting too. But I want to learn every medium I possibly can learn in the art arena. I don't want to do that. Anyhow, so my goal for next year is what I'm doing is to learn everything I can about every medium out there, if I could afford it. See, I'd rather spend $200-300 on art supplies and classes than go out and buy a silly dress or silly outfit that I wear one time and it will sit in my closet, like this one dress I bought. I forgot about it. I never wore it. It's just sat in my closet all this time. Anyway, let's see. Back to this thing. I want to do something with this. I think I want to put it, maybe make a pocket here. But that means something has to go in it. It's the only thing making pockets. Things have to go in it. Isn't that right? So, I want to do it this way or this way. Okay. Oh, no, I don't want to make it into a pocket because I like this. I want to put it in a pocket. I need a belly band. Maybe I'll make a belly band. That's what I'll do. Anyway, Miss Birdie, I really was inspired by your video this morning. Just want you to know. Thoroughly enjoyed it, and I understand where you're coming from. I sent you some comments on your video. Let's see, let's do it this way. About a book called The Artist Way. I don't know if you're familiar with the book. It's an old book. I have pulled that book out several years. Let's see. I want to be able to fit this in as a belly band. Oh, no, I want to keep that. I am running out of laces. Oh, I wonder if that's big enough to put. I wish I lived closer to Birdie. I would love, love, love to be her friend to just gab around in. Because I just love her. I just think she is just so unique, such a wonderful, sweet-hearted person that I really would like to get to know better. Like I said, I met her one time and instantly fell in love with her. She's just such a sweet lady. Oh, I don't know. This is why I get frustrated with journals, because I don't know what to do with them half the time. Maybe I'll just glue this on. Make a little belly band. I don't know. I feel like it needs something else. I know what I'll do. I know what I can do. Got an idea. I would like to try to finish these journals today because I want to put up all my stuff and be done with it. Let's see. I think. Because I really don't want to do this. Because I want to start my Christmas stuff starting tomorrow, which is Thanksgiving Day. You know what? I don't like that being open. I want to start my Christmas journal and start creating in it. And where's my Fabri-Tac? And start creating in it for the season. And then I want to put this Christmas stuff up. I get tired of it after a while. I'm going to decorate. I need to, it's all glued up in there. I need to, I need to do a lot of things. The Artist Way. I have had that book, I think, for 20 years. I bought it when I was going through some creative issues, or I wanted to get creative and to try to help me be creative. And help me to be creative. And it started me out in journaling every day. And that is a habit I have pretty much kept up for 20 years. I started doing that. And now there are times when I quit journaling. Went through a spell where I just quit. But since I've retired, I've started it back up. And it helps me keep focused and gets the junk out of my brain that haunts me. And let's see. And I try very hard to continue that habit. I know Birdie talked about that she wants to do a gratitude journal, which is a good journal too. And she's going to try to make her a gratitude journal. I tried to, oh, it's not open, Ava. I tried to make my own journal for journaling. I didn't like it as well. Not because, to me, because my journaling that I do is strictly to get junk out of my brain. That's all that I do. I just write to get junk out of my brain. That's all I do. And it just helps me get my day started and get the negativity out and focus my day. And it's only 3 pages, you know. And sometimes it's not. Sometimes I don't have much to say. And I will say that in my journal. I go, nothing to say. I'll say a few things of what my day is going to entail. And then I will just say, laters. And then it'll just be a 1-pager, and which is fine, you know. I don't mind that. But it just helps. But I've been doing it. I started out with a big one. I mean, a big journal. And I would do 3 pages because I had a lot of stuff at that time coming out of my brain that it just oozed constantly. I could never stop writing. It was just so bad. Now my days are simple, so I don't have any excuse for a lot of junk in my brain. But I do have a lot of stuff that goes on in my brain that I think about. Being the age, you know what, I need to wait until that dries. Being the age that I am, you know, mortality is looking down my throat, I guess you might say. And so I think about these things. And the reason why I think about it is a good friend of mine just passed away passed away over the weekend. And totally broke my heart. It was so unexpected. I did not expect it. And I was just thinking about her the other day. I was thinking about calling her. And I wish now I had of when I was thinking of it, because it just hurt me. It hurt me to know that she's passed. Just hurts me. I'm going to miss her. I'm going to miss her a lot. She and I were really, really close when I was in Baytown for a period of time. And then we kind of lost touch. But we still, you know, every once in a while, I would call her. And it was like we've never missed a beat. You know, we just kind of talked where we left off and went on, and that was just the way we were, you know. I'll never forget, it'd been a while since we had been together, and I can't, okay, I want to do these edges. We hadn't talked in a while, so we met for breakfast one day. It was years ago, before I moved down here to Montgomery. And we got to talking, and even the waitress could tell, you know, she says, man, she goes, y'all two have a lot to talk about, and I can tell y'all are really close. And I said, oh, we love each other, you know. Even though I never talked to her that much, when I did, it was always special, just always special. And I'll never forget her, and I am really just sorry that she's gone, because now it's another person I won't be able to call and find out what's going on in her life. Switch speaking, I have several other of those friends I need to pick up the phone and call and find out if they're okay or not. But especially that time of the year, you know. Wish everybody a Merry Christmas and stuff. I want Birdie's address. I know I have it somewhere, and I can't find it. So Birdie, if you're listening, can you message me your address? Because I want to send you something. I would mostly appreciate it. Okay, now let's lace up this thing. I'm gonna put this on there. I'm about running out of some laces. I hope I have enough to do the rest of these. After the first of the year, or during the year 2026, I'm going to get rid of stuff. I've decided it is time I get rid of stuff. I want to just strictly do art, so I want to keep all my art stuff, but I want to get rid of all the journaling stuff. So if anybody wants anything, let me know, and maybe we can talk about getting it to you, because I have a lot of stuff. Not, it's going to go in the trash. That's all I got to say about it. It's going to go in the trash. So if there's anything in particular that you're looking for, that you want, let me see if I have it, and I'll send it to you. You can message me on Facebook. Ava Shirley. Just look me up. I also have a Facebook group called My Brainy Mess something. I don't remember. This proves how much I use that. I use it all the time, but I just never think about it. Something to do with My Brainy Mess Treasures. Junk to Treasures or something like that. Anyway, I'm there. So if you want, just message me, and we'll talk about it and go from there. I need to fill up this glue bottle. It's just about had it. Let's see what else. I don't know how to do sales with you guys, because I don't have a lot of comments or interaction with you ladies or gentlemen very much. I only get a few comments on my videos. quite a few subscribers. I've got over almost 600 subscribers, which is not very many considering I've been doing this for quite a while. But that's just me. I'm not here to make. I'm mostly here just because I enjoy talking and just meet people and have fun. And I probably am going to stop that eventually as well. But I enjoy talking to you ladies, and I enjoy interacting. And let's see, I think I put it. No, I don't want to put it there. Put it here. Shoot. Yep. There. Anyway, but I need to get rid of this stuff. It is time for me to start downsizing and getting rid of and destashing and all that stuff. It's either going to go in the trash or going to go to Goodwill. I don't even know if Goodwill would want it. Because I don't think Goodwill would know what ephemera stuff is and all that stuff. I don't know. Let's see. Boy, this thing shreds. And I'm going to get involved more with the Art League here in Conroe. I want to do that. That's another thing I want to do. Oops. Let's see. Where do I want to put this other? Put it here. So, Fabri-Tac. Or anybody, I hope everybody has a good Thanksgiving, and if you're traveling, I hope y'all have safe travels. I personally am not going anywhere. My kids are going to her family this year, and which is only fair because I've had them, I think, 2 years in a row, if I'm not mistaken, due to the fact they couldn't get off on a Friday and couldn't travel. And so they managed to get off on a Friday this year. And so they're going to go see them in College Station area. Her parents. And, but I have them for Christmas Day. So that'll be nice. I've been, with Christmas falling in the years that it's been falling, I've been having the kids over Christmas several years in a row because they haven't been able to get off from work. That's an advantage for me. Not an advantage for her parents, but they go see them a lot during the year. There we go. So they're coming next week. To make trash, to kind of help. That's kind of our tradition, is to make Texas trash. And my son, he's going to smoke a, well, how did he put, what is it? It's a Hatchcock chicken, which is a whole chicken cut in half and split in two. I know what he's talking about, but he wants to try that. So I said, well, I have a chicken in the freezer. I'll make sure it's thawed out and you can do that. So anyway, okay, I got that done. Now what? I want to take my papers and start adding into the journal. These are my own coffee dyed papers that I coffee dyed. I have a ton of them. Needs to be done. Got a lot of raggedy edges, but that's okay. would help if I would fold straight. Are anybody else familiar with the Artist Way? There's a webinar that is being done the first of the year. I tried to get in the Artist Way at Conroe Art League. And it was already full up, so I didn't get in. And that's fine because I'm gonna do a journaling class after the first of the year, which I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. I can't wait. The only thing I don't like about it is on Tuesday. Everything seems to be on Tuesday. Why is that? Because I have my D group on Tuesday. I have the sticker sheet that I'm trying to use up. Everything's on Tuesday. And it's just kind of aggravating me because it wears me out. I have my Art with a Vision. It's on Tuesday, and this class is on Tuesday. But it's I have D group from 10 to 12. Then I have Art with a Vision from 1 to 3 or 2:30, and then this group is going to be from 4:30 to 6. I think. So basically, I won't be home. I won't be tired. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I was going to not do Art with a Vision anymore. And but since I'm doing this group and it starts at 4:30, I might as well just stay down there and do Art with a Vision. Might as well. I'm going to be there. So anyway. And just do everything on Tuesday. And then every third Friday is Still Life group. From 1 to 3, I think. 1:30 to 4. I don't remember. I have to look it up. I went to one this month. And enjoyed it so much that I want to go back. That's why I want to learn more about sketching and I don't know if I told y'all. I don't know if I told y'all in my last video or not that I joined an online academy, Castle Academy. I'm just looking at my stickers, trying to figure out what I want to put on here. And I'm learning sketching. Well, I thought it's still too big. I'm learning to sketch with pencils, and I'm going to do all the kind of sketching I possibly can with pencils. Colored, graphite, charcoal, whatever. I want to put something there. So, let's put some rickrack. What was I saying? Concentrating here. Can't talk and concentrate at the same time. Okay. What was I saying? What was I talking about? I don't remember. Something to do with art. Something to do with Conroe Art League. I get cold. I get hot. I get cold. I get hot. these. Let's put these on there. Be merry. Cheer. Holiday. I love these stickers. And happy. Oh, I didn't get that straight, did I? I don't think the paper's straight. That's a little wonky. Then let's put something up here this way. There we go. Anyway, that's why I'm learning, because when I'm at the, learning all the pencil stuff, because at the Still Life, you've got to draw this stuff, and then basically, and then I take it, what I do is I take a picture of the Still Life that they have done, and then I go and try to start drawing it while I'm there. I have to show you what I've done on my last one. It's not very good. I'm just not good at it. You know, you got to learn perspective, which is the hardest thing in art I have ever done, is the perspective of drawing. Oh, my stars. That is the hardest thing of all. Let's see. I'm working on perspective right now, which is kicking my tail. I can do the first perspective, and I think I can figure out the second perspective. It's that third perspective that's got me stumped. It's hard. I'm not going to put anything on that, I don't think. I don't know, I might find something. Maybe I'll just put a dot. There we go. And, and I've got to practice it because it is just tough. In fact, do I have my stuff here? Yes, I do. I'll show you what I've done. Let's see. It starts out as a warm-up to take your pencil one line and draw something on your desk. Well, at the time it was my water. So that's what I drew. And you're not supposed to lift up the pencil, and you had 2 minutes to do it in. Not an easy task. Not very good at it. And then we had to draw another item, and I drew, again, had 2 minutes, and I used this as my drawing. And of course, it's not very good either. But you try to draw it 2 minutes timing, and never pick up your pencil. And then we did this to talk about the grades of pencils, 2H, 2B, and 6B. Of course, there's other stuff in between. And he said to make circles of light, and make circles of medium, and make circles of dark for each one of those. So that was that lesson. And then we had to do techniques in the pencils. And this is hatching. This is cross hatching. This is scumbling. I like this technique. I really do. And this is smudging, which is a scumbling, and then take your I don't know what you call that thing, your smudger. It has a name, and I can't think of the name. And smudge it out until it blends. And I like this technique too. And then there's stippling. Well, you basically just take your pencil and beat it, make dots all over your page, and highlight whatever, and then you have the combination of what are your favorites. This one I did, I think scumbling and I did smudging and cross hatching on this one. And this one I did smudging and stippling. So there's, different kinds of pencil techniques. And then we had to learn about Graphic pencils, lines, making them dark. We had just the different values of lines, thin, in between, thick, and tapered, then values, make them darker as you go. And then we had sharp edges, so you have a sharp edge and then a blended edge. And then we worked on the lines in squares, and we also had to learn how to make a straight line with one mark without having to sketch the line. And because that's what he wanted us to learn, was to go from one point to another point and draw a line as straight as you can without sketching. That was hard, because I did a lot of sketching around the boxes, and he didn't want you to do that. So we did that. And then we talked about shapes. You could take a simple image, bind your shapes in there, and come up with your image. And then I used a combination of the pencil techniques of smudging and stippling on this piece. But we have the circles, ovals, a triangle is kind of here, and then you just kind of fill in the details in it, and then you have your spiny little legs or whatever. But I was real proud of my bee. I was able to do it without actually tracing it. I did it actually by using shapes, and I thought that was pretty cool. And then shading, learning how to shade, the light being at this point, and that's where your shading and shadows go. So that's what I did there. And then we talked about values of the pencil. We took a number 6 pencil, which is one of the, I have darker ones, but he chose this one, so I did too. And we go as light as we can, and then try to get a little darker, a little darker, a little darker, up to 8 different values of coloring in your pencil. So that's what we did there. Here's the hard part. Perspectives. And this is just the first perspective, the first point's perspective. And, here's your point, and then you make your images off of that one point. Then I had this and made my images off of these points. So that was that. And then the second point, perspective, is your point here and a point here, and making your box in those perspectives. And I did that, and that was tough enough. But the third perspective, when you have a point here, and a point here, and you had to draw 2 boxes in that perspective, and that was hard. And I'm supposed to do, I don't know if you can see this perspective up here. I can't figure it out. For some reason. I had a hard time figuring that one out. And that one was tough. And I got to turn these 2 perspectives in class. Because he asked me, I turned in my first perspective. And he goes, well, where's the other 2? I'm like, oh, I've got them, but can't seem to get it posted. I keep forgetting. So I got to go post that sometime today. But it is, and now we're next lesson. I have to make a building. I'm not an architect. Why do I have to learn to make a building? I don't know, but that's part of the class. You got to learn everything about art, and that's supposed to be my goal, right? Right. So anyway, I'm having a hard time with it. It is tough. Hey, let's do it this way. Let's see. Anyway, But I'll figure it out. Let's see. I want to put something here. Maybe some rickrack. Yeah, let's do that. Anyway, so that's kind of what I've been up to lately. I got paid today, so I already spent some money. I bought 2 Christmas gifts, so I don't have to worry about that. And I bought some supplies that I needed, like another 2B pencil. The other one just kind of went away, so I bought a whole box of them because it looks like I'm going to be using them quite a bit. And Castle Arts has a sketch kit I really want to buy, but I really don't need to because I've really got sketching stuff that I'm having to force myself not to buy it, even though I want to buy it. I want to buy it so bad. But I think I'm going to wait because I kind of like to save my money for classes and for art stuff and start. There went my ribbons. I like to buy supplies with what I have left. Would be nice. Okay. I want to take this. Something to stick out. Yeah, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. What else do I have to say? Starting tomorrow, I start my Christmas stuff. Bringing out my Christmas journal and start. So most of my videos, that's why I want to finish this up, because most of my videos are going to be of, I don't know that that's a good idea or not. Oh well, I'm going to do it anyway. Because that's where I want to do all my videos for Christmas, is my Christmas journal and journaling my month. Oh, speaking of, I was looking for prompts for Christmas, and I found some, but since I'm starting it late in the game, this one is 365 daily prompts I found. And there's, November. That's what I'm looking for. November, starting, today's the 26th. Tomorrow's the 27th. So, I need a pencil. Oh, man. Can't find anything. I'll use this, even though it shouldn't. It says, draw a night sky, including the quiet stars. Create a horizon with minimal collage above it and doodle. We have this one, so I could start my prompts there. Or we've got, that's December. Or I can pick something off of this November. Oh, I might do that instead. I'll pick something off of this. And then, it seemed like I had another one. Let's see. Thought I had another one, but I guess I didn't. I thought there was 3 of them. Oh, shoot. Let's see. Of course, then those are the Christmas prompts. Oh, there's the ones with several, whichever you want to go with. So I may pick a page and go from there, make a copy of it, and go from there. Oh, shoot. There we go. Probably do traditions and togetherness is probably what I'm going to do. Yeah, because I think it's going to go with my little watercolor prompts or whatever. But I think I'm going to use a November prompt here starting tomorrow. So what would we do? See, there's a bare tree with layered branches. Oh, that sounds a good one. A crow perched on a fence post. A quiet fog over the hills. Pile of damp leaves. I like that one too. Texture of dark bark up close. A patch of mushrooms. Winding forest path under the gray sky. A field racing post-harvest. A squirrel digging for buried treasure. A pair of boots at the door. That's a good one. I want to look up. Let's see. A bird feeder. A rake resting against a tree. A sky full of migrating birds. A mug of steaming and cold hands. A half-lit forest morning frost. A burrow tucked beneath the roots. A pile of stacked firewood. Let's see. A leaf skeleton. A leaf skeleton. A hand tucking bulbs into the earth. A tree with only a few leaves clinging on. A shadowy silhouette at dusk. A puddle with reflected branches. Hedgehog or mouse tucked in a winter shelter. A bare hillside with just one tree. A hibernation scene imagined underground. A pocket full of forage bits. A drawing of what November feels like. Now, what was the other one? Oh, it was actually in order. So, draw a night sky, include quite a stars, create a horizon, build a collage using only paper with texture. Perfectly visually on this month, what brought softness, what felt still. 27, 28, 29, 30. I think I'll save that for next year, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, I think I'm going to pick. I like the bare trees and layered branches, and I like a drawing of what November feels like. That's a good one. Saw something about a pile of firewood. I like that one. And a mug steaming in a cold hand. I like that one. And a pile of leaves. So I will pick 1, 2. See, we have the 27th, 28th, 29th, 30. So I need 4. So there we go. There's at least 4 or 5 there. All right. We shall do that. I think that'd be kind of cool. Don't you think? At least start out our day. Oh, stars. I've been on here for an hour. Just chatting away, chatting away. I'm almost finished with this journal. In fact, I think I am, to be honest. I think every pocket's been filled except my paper that I need to put in. So I'm going to finish up this journal, and I think I'm going to quit now filming. I need to fill that up. And I thank y'all from the top of my brain to the bottom of my feet. Please like and share and subscribe to my videos. I would mostly appreciate it. Otherwise, hit the notification button to let you know I have a video. I am going to be trying filming all during the Christmas holidays. And so hopefully I'll have content for you for every day. Otherwise, y'all have a most blessed day because it's a beautiful day here today. And I will see y'all on Flip Flop. Bye.